Hey guys, it's Drew again. This is not a normal video for me. In fact, I never make videos like this, but I really thought it was important to kind of say a few things that have been on my mind and in my heart and just address this whole Strongsville thing. So if you don't know, and I can't imagine you don't, they just announced a few days ago that the Strongsville show that everybody loves and has talked about and honestly envious to go to if you haven't been, is moving, or at least sort of. I mean, they're moving to a close enough town to a different venue. In that venue will be another show at the same time of TCG and modern stuff. And this has been, to be honest, as someone who's going, it's been a gut punch at first. I mean, it was like when I first found out, I thought, oh my gosh, this is not going to be the same. This is not what I signed up for. But as time went on and I started thinking about it, and I talked to a couple of different people, I realized that my mind is not in the right place with this. I mean, why am I so entitled to believe that somehow the show organizers are like, hey, Drew's going to come here for the first time. What can we do to really foil his plans and ruin his entire weekend? Well, that's not what happened. I mean, there's stuff outside that I don't understand and I don't know and I'm not privy to, and that's okay. But there's a tendency when stuff like this happens, things that are out of our control, that we somehow take them personally. Or there's things that you're like, well, things are not going to be the same as they all used to be. And for that reason, this is going to be terrible. But, you know, I'm thinking back to last year, to 2025, and to the two big shows that everybody talked about, Strongsville and the National. And the two of them were very similar, but completely different things happened. But the one thing that was the same with both of them was a mindset. So that's what I want to talk about, is keeping your mindset in check. So for instance, last year, now I didn't go to Strongsville or the National, so, you know, I might not get all the details right, but I think this is kind of what I gathered by watching everybody's reviews of these two shows. First, in Strongsville, everyone's coming in, it was getting bigger, it was a huge YouTube gathering. You know, they go to the hotel and walking across the parking lot and everything was great. Four collectors went way up above and beyond to let's try a vintage trade night. Not only did it happen, it went off huge. The excitement around it, the cards that were going around, the people, the camaraderie, all that stuff happened. And it was like an absolute hobby high for all those who attended. As someone sitting at home watching the videos, oh, I never felt so jealous about a show as watching all that happen. The YouTube gathering that, with Chris and from Missouri and Mike Baseball Collector and what they did, that was phenomenal. You know, the cards, the show and all that stuff. And it was like the absolute euphoria height of all card shows. And to be honest, they didn't know it was going to be a success. They hoped it would be. They made a plan that it could be, but they didn't know it was going to exceed expectations. But what exceeded the expectations was the fact that their mindset was open to it. So it's like, well, yeah, the hotel sucks, and yeah, the elevators don't work, and the hot water may not be there, and yeah, you can get, a million cards stolen or whatever that was a couple of years ago. But they put all that negativity aside and said, hey, we're going to make this the best we can. And because of that overall group mindset, it turned out phenomenal. Let's go to the National. Same thing. They're riding this high. We're going to do a trade night. We're going to do the YouTube gathering. And neither of those things worked the way they wanted. This is not Mike's fault by any means. In fact, the effort and work he puts into trying to do this, really, for no other reason than get people together, is phenomenal. And Mike, I appreciate it. I was able to attend a couple years ago, and I can't wait again to go to the next one I'm able to. But the point is that it didn't work out. They kicked out. They got booted from town, from place to place. They're walking with pizzas all over the place. People fractured off, people split. But you know what I heard from all that? Hey, it didn't work the way we wanted, but we made the best of it. We made the best with it. We took lemons and we made some lemonade, that old phrase. And then instead of complaining about the fact that this hotel wouldn't allow them or this, venue didn't work out, they just made the best of it. They made it a traveling pizza party picnic or whatever, but it was still people getting together that were like-minded, that had a good time, and it was an outlet. Same thing with the trade night. We're gonna have a vintage trade night. Well, that didn't backfire necessarily, but it didn't work out the way they wanted. Stuck in a corner, tons of people, crowd, noise, tickets. I don't even know all the details. I just know that the guys in Four Collectors went way above and beyond to still make it the best possible thing, even though they were handed circumstances out of their control, and they ended up making it a success. And what did I hear? It was still fun. It was loud, but we had a great time. It was still people and camaraderie. So what's the difference? Why are we complaining? Now, not everybody's complaining about Strongsville, but I do understand because I'm planning on going to Strongsville. So why are people complaining about it? Well, it's because it's not going to be the way it was, or it's not what I signed up for, or this was our event, our YouTube event, and now it's going to be different. And I understand. I really do. I'm not trying to be preachy, and I'm not trying to tell people how you should feel. I just telling you how I feel. But things are not working the way they were planned. They're not where they were thought. But the one thing that we are in control of, we can't control what their venue is. We can't control that it's going to be modern TGC there. But what we can control is our own mindset, our own outlook, our own, hey, here's some lemons. Here's a plan that didn't go the way we thought. What are we going to do with it? I'm going with an open heart. Yes, I'm not going to be in the same crappy motel or hotel. But you know what? The people I'm going to see are still going to be there. And I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see you if you're going to be there. If we're friends already, I can't wait to hug you. If I don't know you yet, I can't wait to shake your hand and meet you. I can't wait to see the cards, but the cards are secondary. It's a mindset. My mindset, I'm trying to get over this, and part of this is sort of therapeutic for myself, so I can remind myself it's all about being positive, and it's about staying positive. It's not working the way we initially thought, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a failure. The reason it'll be an absolute automatic 100% failure is if you make it a failure by being down. So let's not do that. Let's as a group come together, show why this community is the greatest, and not a bunch of grumbly old men that just like the old cards that smell like, mildew or whatever we smell like, you know what I mean? Let's make it fun. Let's have a good time. I can't wait for a trade night to see what happens. I can't wait for the YouTube get together. I don't know all the answers. I don't know all the times and locations, but what I do know is I'm going to be in Strongsville in just a few months, and I can't wait to meet you there. So please don't take this as offensive. I'm not trying to come down on people who are upset, because I was upset at too at first. What I'm trying to say is it's all about what you make it. Life has now given us some lemonade. Let's show what we can do with it. I'm sorry, life has given us lemons. Let's see if we can make lemonade out of it and not just suck on them and be all sourpuss. But anyway, that's what I had to share. I hope this is okay. Now back to my regular schedule program where I really don't get involved in this stuff. I appreciate you coming as always. And until next time, you guys be good.